Hello everyone, this is a brand new comparison video of the PS3. Now, this one is a 80 gig, it's a second version 80 gig, you know, the one with the two USB ports and no PS2 backwards compatibility. And this is a PS3 Slim. So, I'm going to compare the two and we're going to find out what are the differences between the two. So, let's start off with the original Fat model. Obviously, it's glossy, and let me add more light. That way it's easier to see. So, if I point over here, you're going to see there's two USB ports. And nothing really else. I mean, you got lights right there. And this is the Blu-ray drive with touch sensitive buttons here. They're just touch. And the PlayStation thing, the PlayStation logo actually rotates. That's kind of cool. And it says PS3 in the famous Spider-Man font. So, if we go over here to the Slim, you're going to notice, for one, it's slimmer. So, compare that, compare this. So, there you go. It's probably a good inch higher. I mean, they both still sport the roundness, but this has a matte finish with only certain areas with the shiny material. So like the PS3 logo, which is a new PS3 logo, has the shiny part of it. Here, it's shiny. The difference now is that these are physical buttons this time, not touch. And another thing is that the PlayStation logo right there does not rotate like this one does. This is obviously a cost-cutting measure that Sony's trying to do. And you still get the two USB ports and the indicator lights right there, you know, nothing too special. The difference now is that the hard drive is actually in the front here now. So unlike on the Fat models, it's actually on the side, or if you stand it up, on the bottom. The hard drive would sit right here. This time they put it in the front. Now what's interesting to note is that if you look how they designed the casing of the Fat PS3, you're going to notice this little empty area here, but it's straight on this side. This time on the PS3, you don't really get that. I mean, you kind of get the empty area, but it's even on both sides now, and you can't really stand this up. I mean, you can get special stands for it, but they really designed this to actually stay flat this time. Unlike the PS3 where you can have it both ways. And weight-wise, it's... the Slim PS3 is probably about a quarter of the weight lighter than this particular PS3. Now, if this was a 60 gig PS3, yeah, this is going to weigh like feather compared to the 60, but this is an 80 gig. Okay, now for everyone that didn't believe that this was a true 80 gig, I'm going to give you the model number. That way you can look it up. The model number is CECHK01. And this was made in July 2008. Let's see, another thing Now, I would say that, you know, there are two models out there. You got the 120 and the 250, but that's just hard drive size only. Everything else is exactly the same. Just wanted to point that out. Now on the side here, it's shiny, but I mean that's pretty much it. No vents. You only get vents on the bottom here. There you go. You only get vents on the bottom here, and this is how the bottom looks. So unlike this PS3, where you get vents here, this one there's no vents on either side. And this is the back. So if I turn it this way, it's easier to see. Now you're going to notice this time is that when you compare it to the Fat model, that not only the power plug is different, but the Fat version you get a power switch. And then you get your usual ports here. On this one, you just get a different plug. This is more of a standard 2-prong plug, but it's the kind with the not the other kinds where the, you know, where it's straight on one end and rounded on the other. This is round on both ends, and then you get the same ports like you do here. And that's pretty much it, really. You know, if you're curious about how the bottom looks on this one, so yeah, so that's really the comparison between the two. My rule of thumb is, if a console is still being manufactured brand new and you can go to the store and buy brand new today, go with the newer model. Reason why is that, yeah, they did design this to make it cheaper, to make it more cost effective, but it's newer hardware. Everything's brand new, and that's the thing. Now, apart from how it looks, there are some hardware differences between the two. For one, the Slim model does not have that glitch where on leap year, if you remember how all the Fat PS3 owners out there could not access the PlayStation Network on leap year. Because, you know, on that one day on leap year, because of a glitch in one of the chips, for some reason, it just doesn't have that. So when it tries to access the PlayStation Network, and I guess, you know, it looks at what day it is, you know, it's noticing, it's like, wait a minute, that's not the right time. You know, I don't know the actual details of it, but it has that leap year glitch on it. The Slim model does not have that issue, so, you know, if you're a Slim model owner, don't worry about that, it's perfectly fine. Another thing is that the Slim model has that Bravia Sync feature. So anyway, that was a comparison between the Fat PS3 and a Slim PS3. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll have more comparison videos in the future, like comparing the 360 with the new 360S. I'll do a comparison video of that in the future, so look for that on my channel exclusively here on youtube.com/CrusherBad64. So like always, have a good one.